Hey guys, so I did not come back home after my appointment. Just dealing with a lot of stuff. I'm currently packing my overnight bag. Um, we leave tomorrow for Atlanta. We were supposed to leave like early, like 7, but apparently they don't have the vehicle. So praying that they got one between when my husband talked to him about 2 something, that they'll have one in the morning and we don't have to wait till the afternoon. Because my husband's like, well, if we have to wait till the afternoon, there's no point in driving up early. I was like, well, we're paying for this room because we couldn't cancel it. So I don't care if we're going to sleep in the embassy for 2 hours, but we finna go sleep at the embassy. It's like, I was trying to see if they had like an SUV or something, but he said that he was wondering about Easter's wheelchair, and on top of his aunt's luggage, if it would actually be enough room. So I'm finally finished with the entire house. Well, I'm sorry, every part of the house except for our bedroom, except for so my gallery wall will be on this wall. I may paint this as an accent wall, but he moved it over there. We really don't. Let me see if we put light on. It's just dark. It just doesn't look right because the Christmas tree, we had the Christmas tree centered, but then it was too close to the china cabinet, and the china cabinet was right there, so I don't know if I'm gonna like it. I really won't know until I take the Christmas tree down, to know if I'm really gonna like it here or like this area, because I want to put a chair and like a desk there to like a sitting area. And I may have to remove everything because all of this stuff was in that corner and it worked. And I really thought it would work being spaced out. I don't know. So yeah, I don't know. But no more cleaning. We've got all clothes washed. They're not all folded, but they are all washed. And I just have to finish packing. My husband still has to pack. He's packed Easter stuff. Just trying to get our stuff situated because we had a presentation to make to Council on Aging in our area. The track club did donations. So that was our community organization for this year. Because last year we did the Ronald McDonald House, and the year before that we fed the homeless. Like, we actually cooked the meals and everything. So, but we got to meet a lot of the elders and seniors. And our plan is to go back. And once the season starts, that'll be one of our community involvements that the kids have to participate in. So I'm super excited about that. I'm in the green room, putting the final touches in there. So I've just got finished steam mopping, what do you call it? I did the kitchen earlier when I got home from the doctor, but then I did I just did the living room, foyer, and the hallway on the guest side. I just completed that, and this is all I have to do is pack. And my husband's like, you don't need a whole bunch of stuff, blah blah blah. I need to look at the weather. I'm tired. I don't think I have 2 things packed. A pair of pants, but I just don't have the strength after doing all of that with that steam mop, and I had to sweep. I'm so tired. Like, I have not had a nap today. I tried to lay down for a little bit. I'm trying to find my post socks. But my niece and nephew didn't go home until 3, so it really wasn't a lot of downtime. And then my nephew got like really sick. He is a very picky eater. He never gets enough food or nourishment in his body. So I think what was happening, he was just kind of like his blood sugar was dropping. He had a severe headache. Stomach was hurting. He was clammy. And he started coughing. I don't know what was going on, but my brother and them gonna have to get it together to get those kids. Like, my niece eats. She had a whole doggone steak and a baked potato. But him, all he wants is chicken tenders, fries. He'll eat the spaghetti pasta with Parmesan. That's it. And so that's what, when I picked them up, she hadn't gave him breakfast, even though it was 10 o'clock. So I gave them pretty much lunch. They didn't want snacks. Then I gave them dinner. And of course, my niece will eat all day long. Vegetables, tomatoes, pickle, anything she'll eat. And so this morning, what is he? He only wants Fruit Loops. He won't drink milk. So I gave him Fruit Loops. And I was like, hey, do you guys want a snack? Because I gave them, when I got back from the doctor, that's when they woke up. And they were like, no, we don't want any, cereal or anything. The next thing you know, I said, hey, your dad's on the way. And he was like, Tia, my head hurts really bad. And I said, okay. And then he almost fell. So my brother was like, y'all really need to take him to the doctor. Make sure he's not having migraines, but he really needs to eat. But I don't know. My brother was in like some kind of mood. I don't even know what the deal is, but I guess they didn't take him. He just said he took him and got something to eat when they left here and got him some caffeine and he was fine. But I'm like, he can't do that. If you see my nephew, he looks like he is a 6 or 7 year old. And he is 10. So he's in the 5th grade. He's 10 or 11. Going in the 5th grade. And I guess I probably said too much. But I'm going to just quit talking. Because it's just like, I get aggravated. Like, you can break them from being a picky eater. And every time he comes over, I make him try new things. Like, he did eat a piece of steak. He kind of had a smile, but he didn't want any more. But I'm like, you gotta eat. Like, I don't know how doctors allow parents whose kids are completely underweight. Unless she's not telling them the complete truth. Like, he doesn't have milk, so he likes shredded cheese. But she's like, well, the doctor said that's fine and supplement for milk. But he's not eating that much cheese. If he ate that much cheese, he would be freaking constipated. Like, I don't even know what he eats literally for lunch because he doesn't do school lunch. It doesn't smell in the house. Oh, my husband doesn't know that I do it in the house. But, yeah, I'm just really tired. And I just need to take a break. And try to regroup for a second. So I'll come back once I get finished trying to or take a break. Then I can finish packing. Whew. Hey guys. Happy Friday, December 21st. Say hi.
Day 21st?
Say the 21st.
Hi, guys.
First official day of winter.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Felt like it.
Say hi.
Hi, Miss. We'd like to thank you. What's her name? Shaquille? The lady from Mississippi.
Just say the lady from Alicia, Southern Creek. I'm like, who is Shaquita?
You know,
I just read the card, Alicia, just to let you know, with the name, and he's still talking about somebody else. Oh, Lord Jesus.
Well, we really, really thank you. Bring it down, baby.
What channel you talking about? You must be thinking about, he had us watching some chef, I don't know, what was that man? He made up him a title. He was making fried chicken wings, and y'all, when I say he put like 13,000 seasonings and spices, there's no way that stuff didn't taste like pure salt.
Wow.
But we just wanted to pop on. We are en route. Finally, it is getting dark. It's 4:51 and we're on the road to Atlanta. Late start because of a wonderful enterprise with the vehicle. And we still don't have the vehicle that we requested. So it was a trick trying to get her chair put in this SUV, and we're just trying to figure out where everybody's gonna sit when it's time to come back.
I know where I'm gonna sit. I'm driving.
Yeah, I'm gonna let Auntie sit up front.
Thank you.
And then, cause I mean, it'll be hard for her to get out and let that seat down and let Jabbar out. So I'll come back once we make it to the hotel. Okay, Pam, this one's for you.
Hey, Miss Pam. Man, you need to talk, cause you can invest. I can get some cheap makeup. If you gonna spend $562 for makeup when you go shopping, I got you a hookup. Me and you, okay? I just give a brother a call. I'm gonna get you hooked up, all right? And I know you got a husband, and I know he love you. He don't need to see all that. Y'all, you need to let me know what kind of role y'all be playing with all that makeup you be having. I'll be like, what's she doing tonight? Jesus.
Y'all, Pam, he watched your haul. He said, did she just say that bottle was $32? What? What is she doing? So, yeah, he's just like, I love Pam. What's that word she always say? I said, girl, bye. That's what she say. So, that was for you, Pam. Yes, ma'am. Do you happen to have any other rooms close to where we're at? Because I guess next door is a lot of kids. And the mom already said, hey, if they're too loud, knock. But before we put our key in, you can hear them outside. So can we just be moved somewhere close by? Okay. Okay. Or I guess close, not close, far enough away from them. Okay. Thank you. She coming up with the key. Hey guys, so we made it to the hotel. You saw me, we had to get moved to a different room as soon as we got here because the room that they assigned us to had a whole bunch of kids and they were screaming like hoodlums. Before I put my key in, the mom was like, oh, if they're too, she didn't say noisy, she said too nosy. Knock on the door. Who's finna knock on? I could already hear them and I hadn't put the key in the door. So we moved far away. So now we're getting situated to go to bed. Because let's see, my aunt's flight comes in at noon something, 12 something. So we'll get up, have breakfast, and go to the airport. Alright, good morning, guys. Happy Saturday. So, you saw my omelet. We got up at about 7:50. I got my shower. We went downstairs, and got breakfast. And that's one thing. Embassy is a little pricey. About $150, $160, depending on the city and the time of year per night. But you get cocktail reception from 5 to like 7. You get free alcohol and like appetizers. And then in the morning you get real actual breakfast, like the omelet. You get omelets to order. They had a big selection. You get pancakes to order. None of those waffles that you get with the continental breakfast. They have pastries. They had sausage, grits, bacon, like tons and tons of hash browns. And it's all you can eat. So some people can look at it. It's like, oh, that's a lot of money. But if you think about the money you're saving for not having to like truly go out, because when you go to other hotels and you get the continental with just like the fruit, you may get oatmeal if you're lucky, fruit and pastries. But by the time you leave the hotel, you got to stop somewhere and get something to eat. So that's a tip for when you're traveling, is check to hotels that, offer extra perks. Homewood Suites has breakfast, but it's not to order. And they have the cocktail also, but they have more like wine and beer in theirs, not actual liquor. I don't drink anymore, so, but I have had my days where me and Michael and Lil Mike, we would just hang out and just have drinks, have fun. But it's a good experience when you're looking at traveling. And we also, like, if we 90% of the time we'll stay at an embassy when it's personal. Of course, when it's track, we try to get, it's still Hilton to get Homewood Suite, or what is the other one? Homewood or Homestay or something. The ones that have the kitchen in them. So that's another tip. Get a hotel that has a kitchen, because if you're going to be somewhere, I feel like more than 2 days, or even 2 days if you're on a budget, getting those rooms, and those range, Homewood Suites are like $139, and they come with the reception, but it's not the liquor, just like I said, the wine. But you have a full kitchen, like a full-fledged kitchen. You can cook. You got your refrigerator, not a mini fridge, it's a full refrigerator. And we've done those as well. We do them often. And so it's always between Homewood now and Embassy that we stay at, because if we're somewhere, and I mean, eating out is very expensive, especially if you're having to go 3 meals a day. Sometimes it's just, to me, not worth it. It's easier for you to just go to the store, grab you a few groceries, and you can eat on that, one set of groceries for a few days. Now, if it's 2 people, maybe it is cheaper for you to just go eat out. But I feel like when you have kids, large family, that's the way to go. It's just worth the money. But yeah, so those are some helpful tips for traveling. A lot of people feel that it's out of their reach and out of their price line, for a family, a larger family, to go, because they were like, I don't have money for that. But if you really do your research ahead of time, I feel like on any budget, just about, you can find somewhere. And when I was single, way before I ever met, Michael and stuff, and I would go on Priceline to come to Atlanta, and I would get 4-star hotels for $20, because on Priceline you can bid on our hotel, or you can get like the last minute deals on there or Expedia. And that's what we do. When I went to see Jericho, that was unexpected, during, in August. I think everything, I have to look back at my receipt. I want to say I paid 9 something. It was less than 1,000, but that was for me to be there for a week, for my round trip flight, and for a hotel. So that was pretty reasonable and cheap. So always just go online, like Groupon's another great site. They have last minute trip ideas, trips in advance, whatever you want. But you can find nice hotels on Groupon sometimes for $39, $40. And I don't knock like motels and stuff like that, and like Red Roofing. I just, you get what you pay for, and a lot of those places are sketchy, for sketchy people that are there. And you're probably looking because it's on a budget, but you have to be very careful, because like with track, parents are like, well, why can't we just go stay at a travel lodge? You can go stay at a travel lodge, but the team is not staying at a travel lodge, because if it's an outdoor hotel, that's more risk for danger, for somebody kicking your door in and stuff like that. Whereas we always get a hotel that's inside, like always, 100% of the time, because it's just safer that way. But yeah, that was my little tidbit. I don't know if I gave this when I did like how to travel with chronic illness, but just look at it. You know, take the time with your family, your kids, if you still have kids at home, even if you don't. Like, I think that's worth the investment. Like, we didn't do vacations growing up because my mom was like always sick. And my dad was older, so like that wasn't their kind of thing. Not to say we didn't go out of town, but not really, I guess, going out of town. I want to say the first time I was in a hotel is like it was something with school, like school events, not with, because of my parents. Because if my dad had to go out of town, a lot of times he just went by himself because we had to stay at home, with my mom. But yeah, I just say make those memories with your kids, your spouse, good date night things on Groupons that you can find a couple hours away from your house or right in your city. And there's been times like we'll go like to Destin and it's like an hour away or hour and a half, I can't remember, just to get away, get a room, see the sunset, be on the beach for cheap, and you're just getting to enjoy each other. So look into that. I always think staycations and stuff like that are very important for our well-being when we have chronic illness, because you need that break sometimes, and sometimes you just need to get away from being at home because we're so confined to being at home all the time. So yeah, it's kind of different, but it's needed to get away from the surroundings, I'm trying to say, because sometimes home can be depressing because you're stuck in bed for hours on end, or you're just confined to home, and a change of scenery can make you feel a whole lot better. Sorry, I got something on my camera, but yeah, I will come back. Toby's auntie's flights will be in at 12:16. We got a late checkout. That's a tip, because sometimes after traveling you're tired. Ask your hotel for a late checkout. Here at this embassy it's at 11. Most embassies are noon, but for some reason this one's 11. But we just called down and they said yes, and they extended it for 1 extra hour. And that's very important because sometimes you need a little bit more time to get those joints moving. So I hope these tips help. We have arrived at the airport. Shenanigans. We have literally been sitting in a spot for like almost 30 minutes because we didn't take the right spot to the parking garage. But it's thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands of cars trying to drop people off, people blocking the road, police officers going off on them, entertaining. So when this is something serious, y'all. I forgot to record the hotel before we left. I apologize. Exit airport. Yep. I'll come back. Atlanta's airport is a big old city.
Camp Creek domestic terminal. I think this is where we saw the hotels out on the side of the road.
South, and then we pay attention for the parking lot. You did say hourly.
Delta
what? It's domestic terminal south. It's parking. We ain't paying no attention.
And the Lupus ladies in Atlanta?
Yep.
Who's in Atlanta?
Lupus sister is Frugalistic Lupus sister. She is in Atlanta. I don't think you've watched her video with me, but she's in Atlanta. Hi.
What's up, cousin? Hello, baby girl. They doing good. I'm gonna let you know.
It's at 12:16.
Yeah, they got about 20 minutes before the plane actually lands. All right. No, they didn't leave the 10. or something like that.
What they doing?
Trying to rush.
I guess they trying to push him off. They stuck.
He probably tried to turn around.
Yeah, see, they stuck. Tires just spinning in the front.
Tires
Ship that down there.
Y'all better get y'all some bowls. What you doing down there?
Just trying to push him out.
Either if they ain't spin, they probably tried to dip, thinking we can just go and turn around right here. Alright guys, so we are finally home. Well, we've been here, maybe we got here at like 7 something. It's after 9. We got everything like out of the rental, but we don't have to take it back until tomorrow night. Your girl is drained, so I'm about to take my vitamins, do my the medical marijuana, and probably call it a night, because I dozed off a lot, but I really only maybe got a good 30 minutes because it was so many wrecks between Atlanta and here. Like, the traffic was like bumper to bumper. Then it was like, by the time we were about to get on 65, it went down to 1 lane because they were doing road work. Why would you do road work when you know it's the holiday season and you're gonna have all these people traveling? It was just horrible. I mean, we saw 3 vehicles get stuck trying to cross in the median and not realizing that it had already rained and it was muddy and they couldn't see it. Saw several, probably 3-4 wrecks. So I'm just thankful that God, spared our lives, covered us in his blood, and we made it home safely. I have got to get some motivation to edit some videos because I have 2 doctor's appointment videos that I have not edited. I'm just, I may just wait and do it for the new year. I'm not really sure. Just really, to focusing on some other things that we're dealing with at home. Just praying and fasting and believing for a few things. So I still pick the camera up to vlog, but it's just a matter of getting the content edited and out to you guys. I've just been tired. The up and down with the pain and being in bed and everything else. Like, I just have not had the energy or even the urge. And I think that happens with anybody that vlogs or does YouTube, where life just gets too busy. And of course, I'm not making money off of YouTube or anything like that, where some people, that's their job or whatever. And I'm not knocking it if that's what you do and that's how you make a living. But it's not I don't want to say it's not important, but right now I have other priorities that I really need to focus on. And sometimes I feel like when you get burned out, the content is not as, as good, because you're just trying to put something out there just to put it out there. And I don't ever want to be like that. So just be patient with me. And I know by the time you see this video, several videos will be up, but this will kind of explain, and I'll probably add a little disclaimer in the other videos apologizing for the delay on a lot of these videos. They're a couple weeks old, some of them. So alright, I am out, ready to get on with my vitamins in, and it feels good. And honestly, even though the cell sept I'm not on, and the doctor's appointment wasn't, I don't even know how to, her pretty much saying that I have no trace of lupus, that she thinks I have fibromyalgia, that I never had lupus. My husband's like, well, either 1, God just completely healed you, or 2, this other doctor misdiagnosed you completely, or maybe it's there and now it's gone because of the stuff that I was dealing with back then when I got diagnosed. I don't know. It's like, I'm thankful, and, you know, healing, I'm all for, and I praise God for healing me, and it's not in my system. At the same time, I look back, all the stuff that I was going through, all the treatments, all this stuff that wasn't necessary. And the doctor can't completely say right now, other than she's not going to put me on any medicine, because it's just not, from her standpoint, I get it because my lab work is saying what it's saying. And then I did get the other records, which she had those records, and she said it still doesn't prove why she did what she did. Is not in any of her notes. So her suggestion was come back in 3 months, and by then I'll have seen the dermatologist, gotten those results. A lot of them are come back negative that I've seen on my portal. I still have that one fasting lab to do, and I have not seen the culture from that biopsy that he did. So that's the only thing I'm waiting. So I'm going to call their office on Wednesday, because Christmas is Tuesday, and reschedule my appointment, because I don't get the blood work done until Wednesday, which is my birthday. So yeah, I don't get that done until Wednesday. So I definitely need to move that appointment to after the new year. And hopefully the culture will be back, because he said that takes about 6 weeks for that biopsy culture thing to come back. So, yeah. So I'm trying to stay positive. It's just a lot to take in, you know. She wants me to start, you know, walking and moving more when I can, to see if that helps with some of the joint pain. I still don't understand why my breathing is the way it is, up and down. So it's a lot of stuff I still don't understand. Still get butterfly rashes, still super fatigued, but she said fibromyalgia can cause all of that as well. So I'm about to jump in the shower, take these meds, and call it a night. So you guys be blessed.